What's up, guys? Mike down here in the basement again. So I've had this topic in my little list of topics for a while, but I didn't really know how to approach it. But I think that I have an idea now, some things that have happened in sort of the online sphere, you know. But it basically, so there was this video that came out. It was Jordan Peterson versus like 20 atheists, okay? And I'm not going to get into anything about that video or the controversy over even the title or blah, 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 blah. But basically the big controversy was, in essence, was that Jordan Peterson wouldn't come out and say whether or not he was a Christian or not. Okay, now this isn't the first time that this has happened, you know, in regards to Jordan Peterson, right? I've watched a lot of Jordan Peterson content. And like I said in a previous video, I really used to like Jordan Peterson a lot. And then my liking or interest in him has kind of waned. I mean, I like him a lot. I've read his books. And so I like the man, but my interest lately has waned mainly because of some things that he's had to say about, well, in essence, what ends up as restrictions on free speech, which I am totally against. But anyway, no, everybody's pissed because Jordan Peterson wouldn't just say point blank whether he was a Christian or not. And that has got me thinking about this topic of certainty and why we need certainty, why some people need certainty, what's that all about? So basically, you know, I think what we like to do is we like to put people in boxes, okay? Good and bad, Christian, atheist, black, white, LGBTQ, straight, you know, what is it? Where you only are married to one person. Why can I think that polyamory, monoamory? What is it called when you're only married to one person? Mono something. I don't know. Whatever it is. Like we like to put people in boxes, Democrat, Republican, etc. Why do we do that shit? Because we know that people are more than their label. We know that intrinsically, like I'm more than my label, right? This is one of the reasons that I don't like to do this. I don't like to label myself. Now, even I will do this, you compartmentalize people and sort of put them in a, you know, in a group. But I feel like it's not just something that we do as individuals, it's something that people actually do. I'm a Christian. I'm a atheist. I'm an agnostic. I'm gay. I'm straight. I'm trans. I'm this. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I'm an American. And we put ourselves in these boxes. And I like to make fun of or point out the faults of the people who put themselves in fucking boxes. You know, I guess maybe what I'm trying to say is like, I would like to consciously not do that. I would like to consciously not put people in boxes. But motherfucker, if you put yourself in the box, you in the motherfucking box, right? So it's open season. It's open season on the motherfuckers in the box. I don't like to be put in the box. I don't know that I can be put in the box. My personality and the way that I approach life and the way that I'm constantly changing is so fucking dynamic. Good luck putting me in a fucking box. I can tell you a lot of shit that I'm not, and a lot of shit that I'm not is in a motherfucking box. Now, I think that there is an evolutionary advantage to compartmentalizing groups of people, okay? Enemy, right? Survival. For me to survive, maybe I've got to compartmentalize, okay? And, you know, maybe there's nothing wrong with it on that level. Oh, I gotta drink my coffee before it gets cold. I don't like cold coffee at all. Man, that shit's gotta be so freaking hot that it almost like blisters your mouth. You know, like it burns your tongue. Excuse me, it burns your tongue when it goes in. If it cools off at all, I'm like, ugh, nasty. I think it's a survival instinct. It's something that can be an advantage to us to put people in boxes. The Germans. But I also think that there's a lot of fear attached to it, especially in the realm of something, say, like Christianity, for example. You know, are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a motherfucking Christian? Man, you better be a fucking Christian, because if you're not in the box, right? You're not one of us. Or am I a Christian? Am I? Right? I want to be. Right? So that I know that I'm saved and that I'm going to heaven when I die. Right? Like, people crave this certainty. They crave certainty about everything. Why is it that people are religious? Right? Why is it that people go to these churches and do these things? It's because they want to have this certainty. I've got certainty if I believe certain things, you know, and I do certain things, and I have this certainty that I will go to heaven when I die because I'm scared to death. There's a book, I forgot what it was. I forgot everything about it. But it's Denial of Death. I think it's Denial of Death, or it's The Denial of Death, or something like that. But basically, this guy in this book, go read it. It's good. I've listened to it. Audible. I don't have time to actually read books. When I say I read something, it's Audible. I don't have time for that other shit. I just don't. I'll read an article, but I can't read a fucking book. Like, I know I can't read a fucking book. I ain't got time for that shit, man. I can listen and do things. I can't read a fucking book. I know people still read books, but I can't. I don't know, man. I can't. I got 3 fucking kids. Denial of death. So basically, he tries to make out this. He tries to present the point that everything that we do in our lives, every decision that we make, is ultimately because we're trying to extend our life, right? So the reason that people try to leave a legacy is that they're extending their life. Even after they're dead, people still remember them. So there's this whole denial of death, this thing that's coming at the end that we're really kind of afraid of, and we do everything we can to live forever, so to speak. Going to heaven is one of those. So a lot of it's fear-based. And a lot of it is just asshole-based. A lot of it's asshole-based. You know, like, this reminds me of these motherfuckers that they get on, like, Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and they get in the comments and they just take a shit in the comments. And it's like, it's those motherfuckers. It's like, they're so fucking certain. They're so fucking certain about their, they're so fucking certain about their dumb shit. Flat earthers. Dumb motherfuckers. Right? But they're so certain, And it's like, we crave this certainty, and it has something to do as well with this stage 3 mentality, stage 3 sort of approach to life, which is the stage that most people are in, most adults are in, and most people die in, is this stage 3 mentality where it's like, I have to be right about everything. I have to know everything and be right about everything. And if you don't think the way that I think, you're wrong. You know, I believe in God. You believe you're a hippopotamus, but somehow my belief is better than your belief. That kind of shit. Stage 3 shit. It's just immaturity. That's why it's not stage 4 or stage 5, right? It's an immature level of this like certainty. Look around you. You're probably one of them. You're probably one of them. You know, most of the people that you go to church with is one of them. Of course they are. They're there, they're craving the certainty. There's like, they're scared, man. They're so scared. It amazes me that to live in a country that is, I don't know, I'm assuming it's still majority Christian. I don't know. At least most people claim that they're Christian. People are so scared to die. So scared to death, to die. Scared to death of death. They're so fucking scared of it. And they're Christians. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. That's why they crave certainty, because they're so fucking scared. Now, what's the opposite of that, right? Let's not just sit here and bitch. I'll give you one. So I'm really, really fascinated, like, with the universe, right? And what's going on out there. When you walk outside and you look up in the sky, you're not looking at the sky. You're looking out into the fucking universe, man. You're looking into the universe. If you could stand there long enough, you could see everything. It's wild, man. That sounds kind of esoteric or something, but like, there's so much out in the universe that we don't know, that we don't understand, that we're not aware of. So many things that just delay people like me and you. Things that would blow your fucking mind that scientists know, but just because you're not interested in it, you don't know it. But shit would blow your fucking mind. I mean, one of the things that really blows my mind is the fact that our closest neighbor galaxy is Andromeda, and we don't know fuck all about it. And there's like there's several trillion, I think, more of those. Maybe several billion. I don't know. It's a lot. More of the ones just like that. And we don't know nothing about it. We don't know anything about it. There could be an Earth, another Earth, over there in the Andromeda galaxy, just right over there in the neighborhood right next to ours, and we wouldn't know about it. And to tell you the honest truth, we may never, ever, ever, ever know about it. That's wild, man. And it gets you to thinking, like, there goes your fucking certainty. There goes your fucking certainty. My thing is, like, I've graduated to step 4. Did I say step 4? What is it? Stage 4. Where I'm not interested in certainty anymore. I'm not interested in being concreted into a position. I'm not interested in being put into a box. I'm not interested in all that, mainly because I realized that even if I wanted to be right about everything, it would be an impossibility. Absolutely impossible. Absolutely impossible. There's only so much storage space, you know? And not to mention the fact that things are changing all the time. There's some asteroid or something that's supposed to potentially hit Earth in like 2027. Okay? Did we just find out about that motherfucker? We just found out about it. At least I just found out about it. Either they've been holding out on us or we just fucking found out about it. Holy fuck. What if tomorrow they find one that's going to hit in 2 days? Jesus. Man, motherfuckers be wanting some certainty then, wouldn't they? But I don't give a shit. What happens to me when I die? I've got some ideas. But I'm not afraid of it. You know, it's sad. I think it's sad. I think it's a lot of sadness when I think about that. But I'm not afraid of it. It doesn't make any sense to be afraid of it. Anyway, certainty. Oh, you motherfuckers want certainty, but let's wrap this up. This channel is called Life After 40. By 40, your desire for the certainty should be waning. It should be waning in a sense of, I've kind of already learned everything, and I've already been an asshole about everything, and I've already vomited my opinion out on everybody, and I've already told everybody the truth that seems to be changing continuously, but my truth is the only truth that exists, and God's word, and blah 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 blah. By the time you get to 40, this stuff should be dying off, and if it isn't, it's a maturity issue. It's a maturity issue. It could also be a mental health issue, but those might be the same thing. I hadn't thought about that really that much. I'll have to think about that. But it could be a mental health thing, but it's definitely a maturity issue. Work on that. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to have an opinion on everything. I love my wife to death. I love her to death. She's my best friend. Sometimes she'll ask me, she'll say, what do you think about this? Whatever it is. And sometimes I have to be honest and tell her, I don't have an opinion on that. I don't have to have an opinion on everything. I just don't. I don't have to have an opinion on everything. I don't. I don't have to know everything. I don't. I'm totally fine with the mystery. Totally fine with the mystery. One of my key personality traits is that I love to explore. Man, I'm an explorer to heart, if I'm anything. And the death of the explorer is knowing everything. And I think we're all explorers, when you really think down to it. Certainly. We're just apes on this rock, exploring space, in essence, in a sense. We're flying through space right now. We're flying through the Milky Way galaxy around the middle of the thing, and at at ridiculous speeds. I'm assuming, I don't know the speed, but it's probably pretty fast. And we're sort of exploring this area around us. And it's sad that this is the only area that we'll get to explore. But even that, this area is full of things that we don't know. This earth is full of things we don't know. They said they know more about space than they know about the ocean, which is false. That can't possibly be true. But it just goes to show you that we don't know fuck all, even about this place. So drop the fucking certainty. Drop the fucking certainty. I'll leave you with this. The damn coffee's gotten cold. Fucking sucks. I am not a smart man. I am a stupid man. And I don't know much. I'm not intelligent. But there was an intelligent person one time that said that the only thing that he knew was that he knew nothing.